Hello world! Today I took my tour to the house of Professor Uchenna Nwosu, a professor, a writer, a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, an inventor. You would love to meet this legend. He is the son of my host community. Professor Uchenna Nwosu is legendary. Come with me as we meet this legend. Let's go.
Planning is everything. If you don't plan, you're preparing to fail. So we take it up as a priority.
It is a great honor that finally I am here seated with a legend, Professor Uchenna Nwosu, a medical doctor, an entrepreneur, an inventor. It is an honor to meet with you today, sir. Thank you very much for receiving us.
You're welcome.
So I have read books since I was posted to this community, Ibuku community. I've heard Ibuku is a place of tourism. Ibuku has a lot of ancestral edifice that has gone global. We talk of the bronze pot and all that. And in one of the books I read about the yam in bags.
Okay.
And the name was traced to you as the inventor. So out of curiosity, I have come to know what inspired yam in bags? How come yam in bags?
Well, thank you very much for asking. First of all, let me correct you that I am not the inventor of yam in bag. I actually came to it accidentally.
Wow.
What happened was that I heard about yam in bags, and about 3 years ago, my housekeeper had some yam offcut, the head of 3 or 4 pieces of yam with that could no longer be cooked because they were so, they were head of cut.
Yes.
And I said to myself, well, I've heard about yam in bags, let me try it. So I planted them in bags, and then I went ahead and bought more yams, real full yams, and planted. And after 6 or 7 months, I harvested, and lo and behold, the 3 yams, the ones that were off-cut, each one of them grew down to the bottom of the bag and actually began, the bag was bigger because it was a cement bag.
Okay.
If it was a bigger bag, it would have continued to grow.
Yeah.
But I have a video of that harvest and how I was surprised.
Oh.
I will share it with you.
Thank you very much.
When I harvested.
Okay.
So that tickled my interest.
And you went
that you could just, with yam head offcuts,
get a very big tuber.
Yeah, get table yams. So I went into it. Now, my first issue was how come what I always heard and was spoken by my parents was that if you want big yam, you plant a big seed yam to get a big yam.
Okay.
And if you planted a small seed yam,
you get a small.
You get a smaller yam that you could use to get a seed yam.
Okay.
But here I was getting big table yam from yam head of cut.
Of course.
So that now became the academics of it.
Okay.
What caused it? And so my interest became genetics, DNA.
Yes.
Nobody had been talking about yam yield in connection with the DNA
of the yam.
The plant.
Not just the size. The size is not a determinant.
Right. So that became my interest, that there must be more to yam yield than manure or fertilizer. Because again, in this case, I did not even apply any manure, didn't apply any fertilizer. So then I went into research, yam research. Okay, so that's how my interest. So my interest is more in research. And of course, I began to publicize. I went to the yam market and showed them the video of
what you got
from how what I got from a yam head-up cart, and became a public knowledge. So people began to come here for information. Churches, villages, and that is how it spread. It began to spread. Yamming bag began to spread in Ibuku and environs, not just in Ibuku. Yes.
Thank you very much. It's very enlightening. It's very enlightening that yams, the size of any yam that is being cultivated is not dependent on the size actually. It is dependent on the DNA of the yam. That is a research.
Yeah, that's a research topic.
That's a research topic.
It hasn't been proven, but that's my premise.
Yes.
Okay, this is now what
more studies.
IITA and other academic institutions
should carry on.
Because if we could prove that the size of the yam is not just a mere determinant, or that the manure is not what makes yams big. Then it becomes a big makes a big difference in how we approach yam yield. So technology has to come into agriculture. Okay, I'm sure that almost everybody now is talking about GMO. Genetically modified organisms and things like that. But yes, we need to do a research on yam and see how it can be genetically modified so that we get bigger yams and more, predictable yams that are not dangerous
to health. Yes.
And this is how we can export, feed ourselves. But meanwhile, with yamming bags, the way it is, even without research, it introduces a new dimension.
Because in and out of season, there is yam.
Not only in and out of season, they are being yammed, but also everybody can now be a yam farmer.
With or without a virgin land space.
Yes.
So long as
you don't have to have a large piece of land. Everybody should be able to feed almost his family. In a very small backyard, you can plant 60 yams.
We just saw one. We saw over 50 bags in a very little space behind.
Yes.
So there.
And they don't need that much attention as planting in the field. Because you don't go to weed them as much. Harvesting is easy.
It's easy.
You just cut the bag
and take out the yam.
But like every good thing, there's always something else.
Yes. So
the problem is that you've got to do it in a secure terrain, like
to avoid theft.
Yes, so you don't go out on the roadside and put 200 yams in bags and hope that
you harvest all. It's not possible. It's not possible.
So, but as it is, even a person who rents an apartment
can become a farmer.
Yes, can do it in his house. Yes.
So by this meeting, we have been able to ascertain that, though not empirically proven, that the DNA of yams is one of the reasons that determine the size of yam at germination.
At harvest.
At harvest, after germination, at harvest. So it is a study, it's an assignment to you, to me, to everyone who is concerned about GMO, so we can, from here, get more improvements in our agricultural sector. Thank you very much for staying with us. See you, we meet again.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. It's an honor.